Hello there. I'm gonna go and use the fast travel here. Believe it's Anachronox tours. Which actually takes us back to where we're trying to go anyway, actually, so that's good. But I think Anachronox tours, there's like a... Shit, where am I? Oh. This isn't right. Here it is, though. Yeah, here's where the taxi spot is, so I was right, okay. So there's a computer here. Seems interesting. So Pal has CompuTalk, but he can't use it on computers. He can only use it on weird ports. I don't really remember any other ports off the top of my head, so that's gonna be it for now, I think. But I guess I get a computer hacker character at some point, right? That must be the point of that. I've got a working pal. Wow, check it out. You really tricked out that Pal 18. What do you got in there? You replaced the motor? He's just zipping along. That's crazy. What's going on with those battle claws there, fella? You use your Pal 18 as a bodyguard or something? That's probably illegal in several sectors. Yeah. I think illegal is what Sly do. Sly do illegal all time. Okay. What? You weren't here before, were you? Enslaver, says Infantine. He does not like me. What the f— he's like a little baby. It's like if BB from Death Stranding like had a mech instead of Norman Reedus. Stay back, all of you. I assert my dominion over this ticket kiosk. Do you understand that I was here first? Do you understand that I will not relinquish this kiosk until an affordable ticket price is made available to me? Ticket prices to one gate are exorbitant, and nothing you can say will rush me into making rash purchases. I think this Joker thinks he's immune to the somnolent powers of the King of Yammer. That he's sorely mistaken. Oh. God, hold down the control key and click your victim, it says. Time to finally use this mechanic, apparently. Grumpus needs to— yeah, we read this already. See if I can figure this out this time. There you go. See, that time it worked. So that must have been like a hard guy you can't do yet, because there seems to be an upgraded version of each person's tier that you can't do yet. You say you're heading to one gate. Boy, there's advice and then there's common sense, both of which I have no qualms about slapping you across the mouth with. So open those elephant ears and listen up. One gate may seem a paragon of good-natured sunshine, but that place is as corrupt as the 3-day-old geese turd that's been sitting on your sister's left cheek for 2 months. They sell you the 3,000-year-old song and dance and expect you to clap for nothing, just because you've got businessmen who've been doing the business of business since the Crotocan pharaohs were trading discount tables for Berbulian rice grain. Doesn't mean that you've got to cheapen the experience of capitalism for the rest of us. You gotta be business-wise. You gotta have gut smarts. One look at you, and I know you've got you're no mover shaker, son. I've met hundreds of them. They look nothing like you. Appearances notwithstanding, the biggest giveaway to you, flyweight nature, is that you're standing in the bricks. Nobody who was ever anybody would ever dip their toes here. This ain't a place to live, breathe, or make money. Venture capital, buddy? Try murder death capital. And the boozers of one gate are the worst of the lot. They'll sell you your wishes, one by one, at the foot of your dreams, until all your hard-earned cash is in their pockets. They're the new pharaohs, and they're hiding out on Anachronox. Gate 1 is their newest den of iniquity. I don't remember if you're old enough to remember the Cortican Dynasty Wars back in '09. Some of the gents in charge of the pyramid malls fled Cortica before they could be brought to trial. And those were the... And just where do you think they went? That's right, scumbo. They came to the one place anyone can hide without fear of being found, Anachronox. You think one gate was always the bright, shiny money beacon that it is now? Once it was just a dingy gray and soul-shattering as the bricks. I'm sure I don't have to tell you, but that if you got enough money, you can turn a trot tray into a ham palace, and that's just what they did, built on the blood of the haggler mummies collecting dust in their bargainer tombs. Can you deny it? Can you look me in the face and say peanuts and monkey farts? Peanuts and monkey farts, as my sister was keen on saying. This was back before the sudden appearance of a goiter on her. Ticket prices suddenly seem very reasonable. I shall buy one at random. Holy... No! You have ruined me! I have a mechanic. It's the Yammer mechanic where I just annoy people by talking too much and they'll just do stuff to go away. What the fuck? What the fuck is the screen? Insufficient funds. Yeah, how am I gonna get? What? Whoa, you okay, buddy? He's probably fine. Take a shuttle from Anachronox tours to Center Station with Grumpos. Alright, Grumpos, how do we go about that? I need a ticket. Didn't this open before? Sylvester Bucelli. Wait, do I need to do it with Grumpos? There we go. Grumpos has the money. Current price? What the fuck? Buy tickets when ready. Well, I have the money available at least. So it's based on my real money, so it's still based on the money that Sly has, or the party has, or whatever. Which is apparently about over 3,000 now. But, I guess Sly can't spend that money because he's got loans due, so all of his money is accounted for now. 78, that's pretty good. 2 tickets to Center Station. There we go. 2 tickets. I guess he's a robot. But I guess he doesn't count. All new crowds to investigate. 1 gate Center Station. This is the wrong way, so let's take a look. Is that a fucking wheel? That is a mailbox with legs. Why does the mailbox have legs? And why won't it talk to me? Is that an eye? It looks like it has an eye. Oh, what the fuck is going on with this mailbox? Why are the mailboxes scary in this game? Whatever you want, no. So we're starting to meet less friendly people. Do not want to have a chat. Visit exotic Hephaestus. We've hinted at that place before. Where's Hephaestus, George? Lenny and George? It's far away, Lenny. Real far away. It's on the planet of Mystech. You know what Mystech is? I don't know, George. They're alien antiques, Lenny. You know what an antique is? Don't put that in your mouth. You know what an antique is, Lenny? Inside my mouth. No, Lenny, not inside your mouth. Do you want me to hit you? No. Then stop putting that in your mouth. Leave him alone, he's just slow. Haven't you ever met anyone who is slow? Can I hit him? No, Lenny, you better not. You need to back off there, friend. They don't like me talking to them. It's Lenny and George. God, what was that a reference to? Oh wait, no, it's of Mice and Men. I was about to check and I was like, what the fuck was that from? It's one of the go-to, like, literature things that you read. I think I read that the same year I read Flowers for Algernon and The Diary of Anne Frank. Was not expecting to randomly encounter Lenny and George just hanging around here.
All shuttles to Sender Station are currently departing from the south platform.
My wife and I were once deep space explorers long before Sender's revolutionized space travel.
All shuttles to One Gate District are
Back then, placing people in stasis for the duration of their journey was the only way for folks to travel through the vast reaches of space without dying of old age before reaching their intended destination. Believe it or not, Theo and I spent the last 119 years in suspended animation aboard the science vessel Endeavour. We were prematurely released from stasis when a glitch in our ship's hyperdrive engines thrust us back into normal space.
all shuttles to Sender Station are currently
You can imagine our surprise when we learned that the discovery of sender technology had rendered our primitive mode of space travel obsolete. After we adjusted to all the changes brought about by the last 2 centuries, we decided to devote our lives to rescuing the crews of the hundreds of pre-sender ships that are still out there, stuck in stasis, drifting aimlessly through hyperspace. Of course, we've got to find the ships first, many of which will be difficult to track down.
south platform.
We know it's a daunting task, but we're determined to save as many as we can.
All
That's a pretty cool
shuttles to One Gate
storyline.
District are currently departing from the north platform.
They're like, it's like a more noble pursuit than anything I'm doing as a protagonist. That is sort of the fear, is like, technology always advances so quickly that when you think about stuff like the go-to sci-fi examples from like Passengers and Planet of the Apes and stuff like that, there's always this idea of like
Shuttles to Sender Station
putting somebody in stasis and just launching them across space, and it'd take like an eternity because space is so absolutely incredibly massive. But then what if in that long ass time you're in stasis for like 100 years waiting to get to your destination, or maybe even thousands of years? Like, what state is humanity in at that point? Is there even a humanity to talk back to if you ever establish contact again? Like, if you're just gone for like 100 years, it already feels like you're at risk of the idea that humanity could just be gone in the meantime. Like, we could just wipe each other out or something. It'd be definitely a bummer, but not completely outside of the realm of what people consider being an outcome that could happen. Thousands of years, all the more likely, and that's usually what the scale is when they talk about like space travel and how long it would get to actually get anywhere, because space is so fucking empty and big that like it could take thousands of years to get anywhere, and like thousands of years, the entire history of Christianity is 2,000 years. Like, that's just that, like, a couple thousand years and untold level of change happens. It seems almost guaranteed that in that span of time, a better form of travel would be invented. Like, if it takes 2,000 years for you to travel somewhere in cryo, then it feels like when you arrive there and wake up, you're going to wake up to an already existing human colony that found a better way to get there and has maybe existed for hundreds of years while you were still on your way. Like, what a fucking crazy idea. Oh man, I kind of want that narrative now. Wouldn't that be a fucking crazy sci-fi story to like get in a ship, go in cryo, fly off to colonize a place with all your top scientist friends that are the peak of humanity at that point, and when you arrive at a civilization that's way more advanced than you are, and they're humans. They just beat you there because it took so long for you to get there, because that was a bad idea. I think this auto map's out of whack. Are you familiar with the layout of this place? I'm trying to get to the north section of Anachronox. I hear Anachronox North is a pretty posh area. Don't get me wrong, I've no interest in hanging with rich snobs and hanger-ons. I'm just looking for Shedika Cavertane. She and I have unfinished business to settle. Shedika Cavertane. Oh, did she send you? I hear to kill me? Go away, bug. No. That maybe doesn't go anywhere? I was curious to see if that was gonna go somewhere, like if I was gonna like look for that person for him. Sup? Did anyone ever get... Whoa. Aggressive blinking. I don't think that You never see anyone get in and off those ships. Well, I got a neat little story out of that. Sucrosa and snacks.
All shuttles to Center Station are currently departing from the south platform.
Ships are constantly disappearing in the Sanders Cloud. I've read all about it. He's in denial. He won't admit there's something lurking in the cloud.
Currently departing from the north platform.
The curse of the Sanders Cloud is a myth. Vessels travel through it all the time. This kid's just a superstitious wimp. He believes every ghost story at the Academy. The curse of Sanders Cloud. I mean, if people go through it all the time, then people go through it all the time. Case closed. Bad things just happen sometimes. I wonder if Sanders Cloud's gonna come up. There's always the question of like which elements of world building are foreshadowing and which ones are just fucking crazy shit like Applegrass just being brought up. The time for my death has come. Don't tap me. Okay. He's crazy. I've got plenty to say. Who? Shh. Is this guy saying that no one has anything to say? His face looks similar to the guy, Eddie. Is he? Oh yeah. From a distance, I'm like, is that a wizard character? Like, am I gonna recruit another wizard character? But now he looks. No, he mostly just looks homeless. We're all just puppets in a game. There is no point to our existence except the few pointless words put into our mouths. Mad Caleb. Oh no, it's Deadpool. He knows that he's fictional. We have no past. We have no future. We are forever frozen in this brief moment of time, forced to repeat ourselves in a vicious loop. If you doubt me, listen to yourselves. Try and say anything besides the one or two meaningless lines that you've been granted. We are all condemned to repeat this moment, trapped in a maddening circle of despair. We're all just puppets in a game. Is he looping? Yep. We have no past, we have no future. I was riffing on characters like this for a bit in he's still looping. Does he acknowledge when he's repeating? No. Normally when you exhaust a dialogue, it zooms out again, but it's staying zoomed in. This was a grim direction I went in when we were playing WoW with Andrew and Stephanie, where I discussed the fact that like it's kind of a fun comeback to have whenever a character pisses you off in a game. It's just the idea that like everyone in this fucking universe is just a fucking theme park attraction. Like they're animatronics essentially set up to just please me. Like I'm the only person that's real. Everyone else is just a fucking facade. It's like Westworld if none of the robots actually were like sentient in Westworld, but he also way less involved and advanced as anyone in Westworld. It's just like, just fucking generic. Hello, how do you do? And it's like, bitch, I'm the only person here. Aha, me, I'm the human. That's the power of like being an Elder Scrolls protagonist where you can just attack anyone at random and whatnot, and everyone just says their one thing, and you can quick save and quick load, and you're basically like a weird god in this universe that's pretending to be a downtrodden protagonist. He keeps hitting me with his staff. How unprofessional. Bet you I could wave that staff around and spew gibberish better than that. He's not even trying. Look, he's just making stuff up. He's fucking backseat gaming this guy. Does he have a shirt that says angry? Yes. His shirt just has a rabbit on it that says angry. He keeps hitting me with his staff, but he keeps standing in staff range. He's fucking backseat gaming the ranting guy that knows that he's a video game character.
Center Station are currently departing from the south platform.
Hey cutie, you looking for some action? We swing every which way if you're interested. Your loss. Man, I finally scraped up enough money to get off this rock. I can't wait to start my new life. Can I borrow a loony? What? You finally scraped together enough money, huh? How's that working for you? Apparently not. Ah, snoring animation. That's a cute detail. Do you guys still have paper newspapers in this universe? Where do you get the paper from? Quartermain. I am Quartermain, and I have a nice taut behind. Wow. Look at my flanks. I should have been a riding steed. Wanna check out my teeth? What the fuck is your deal? You role-playing being a horse? I could have been a proper steed. Look at my flanks. You wanna look at my teeth? Like never look a gift horse in the mouth, right? Everyone in this game is fucking crazy, but that's how it go. Alright, Sender Station. We have to check out a new place. Once it arrives again. So we flipped our way through our Mass Effect relay. Now we're somewhere new altogether. So were you just optional? Could I have just not gotten you? Do you eventually become not optional? Because it stood out to me to be like, oh man, can I get my buddy to come with me? But it never came up, and I haven't needed him to get this far. I wonder if I could have just skipped on him, just an entire party member. They're just relying on you to even notice Buddy exists, because like you don't even unless you look around your office very carefully, you don't even know that Buddy is like a character that you're trying to fix. There's no quest log entry for it. Welcome to Sender Station. Salad is free today. Salad is free today at Sender Station. These lobbies are just fucking a bunch of chairs.
What's the plan, Stan?
We need to buy 2 tickets to Sunder and get this show on the road.
Hey, how about a quick pit stop at the red light district while we're here?
Will you pull that chin out of the gutter and put your mind to business? Bell Curves and Sunder is much classier.
Well, we have a goal then, don't we? that the guy? Is that the same guy? Donnie Poloni. Sly Boots, what are you doing up here? You running out on your debt or something? Dead ain't gonna like this. You better spin Noxide before I tell him what's what. You better spin Noxide. I think they're saying you better return to Anachronox, or I'm gonna get in trouble. See, they think I'm running away from my debt. Uh-oh. That means my return to Anachronox could go very poorly. What's wrong with him, Daddy? You must have eaten Trotsky for breakfast. You're dumb. That's not nice. Huh? I don't understand what you're saying to me, man. I don't speak Sender Standard. Dude, what do you want? I only speak Verbulian. Can you say something in Verbulian? Look, we can't have a conversation. Please leave us alone until you get a clue. Huh. So I can understand them, but they can't understand me. So were those other Verbulans just kind of talking at me? Just unprompted-ish? I finally found a place where I belong. It's a church cooperative on Sagan 4. We're like a big family. Reverend Peoples is teaching us his social gospel. He's a brilliant man. I'd follow him into hell. My parents are worried about me. They think I've joined some dangerous cult. They don't understand. We're all gathering in the courtyard for a special toast next week. Reverend Peoples says we finally will all become one with the Promised Land. Uh-oh. I'll pray for you. Oh no, she's gonna drink the Kool-Aid. And they're all gonna wear the same shoes. And then the most importantly, she will then die. That's really the important detail of that story. I can't believe the Meatles are standing right over there. The Meatles? Their album Beat the Meatles is the greatest record of all time. My friends are going to freak when they see these pictures. Isn't Paul dreamy? My friends are gonna freak. Oh, Paul. They're the Meatles. They're riffing on the Beatles. Look at the bug bot. It's kind of adorable. Miss Dr. Shootin'. Do you sell guns? The brain trained to Sunder? First of all, you certainly aren't getting in looking like that. Sunder's a planet of the most brilliant scholars and scientists the universe has to offer, and you're not exactly dressed like a genius. You gotta dress like a smart person? What the fuck does that even mean? Second of all, credentials from the Scientifica Association are required in order to get past the security door. Sorry to jump to conclusions, but I doubt you have the necessary references. You're a real piece of shit, you know that? Third, there's a ticket taker beyond the security door. Since all flights this month are sold out and booked, getting on board seems extremely remote. Lastly, you'll have to face the infamous Brain Bouncer. He makes sure you really have the smarts it takes for Sunder by asking you a series of very difficult questions. If you can't answer them, you aren't going. Wow, Sunder's the fucking elitism planet, apparently. Hey, I've said my piece, bub. Why don't you have your life cursor play back the few minutes of my life you've wasted? Can you do that? Look at all my tacos. Anachronox symbols tick. Oh, 6 out of 6. What? Oh. All the symbols I was taking photos of all filled in on this menu. So the red Bipidry. I guess those other Bipidry I saw were orange, not red, so I was photographing the wrong ones. I guess it fills in here when you collect them. Shit, I didn't even realize that the Anachronox symbols for that one quest were one of the collectibles from the screen. So taking a picture of them must permanently make progress on this screen, so you don't have to keep the photos around. But the tacos you collect physically. There still is a taco in that place where I saw the Bipidry before. But yeah, my photos don't count towards this apparently. Assuming I still have them. Yeah, they're not red, they're orange. Yeah. I just wasn't questioning it. Like, there's like, yeah, that's red-ish. And I was just kind of going with it, but now I'm seeing, oh shit, they're tracked right here and I have 0 of them. Goals. So I had to get past security, look like a scientist, defeat the question guy. Like, there's a lot going on here. Probably have to steal a ticket. Or 2 tickets. They said play back all that previous dialogue. Can I actually do that? That's what I was looking for. Yeah, I don't think you can. We do have a new party member, though. Hey, buddy. He has the windmill dash, whatever that means. And he got comp talk. Can I equip you with things? Because he didn't really have anything equipped yet. Nope. The Corticore Spike Claw. So we now have 3 of the 7 party members. Authorized essay scientists only. Scientific Association Draft Standard 7 credentials are required beyond this checkpoint. Any attempt to fold, spindle, or mutilate this door will result in severe penalties. Please go away before we kill you. Wow. Friendly area we're in. The trader bought Sandy. Hey, I'm Trader Bart Sandy. Let's make a deal. Hello, sir. May I be of assistance? What you got? Festrina Cube, Ipangi Crystal, Bolongo, Shumfufa, Vial of Vunivella. Does it buy immediately? Yes, shit. It instantly gets purchased with no information. I want to see if I can learn what it is. I like to sell my rare wares. Life flower. Only 25. Well, I wasted a little bit of resource then. I don't know what those items are. Yeah, you can see the transparency rectangle again. Extremely private shuttle dock. Extremely private. You've heard of privacy, but have you heard of extreme privacy? Get sealed in a 10-meter thick lead cube and never see the light of day again. Customs. You guys got a gross sock. Oh no. Carl Canism. This guy keeps pawing at my underwear. Watch him. Sir, why would I be rough with your underwear? I hate underwear with a passion. What the fuck? Stay away from my underwear, man. It's not here for you. The Meadles. Have you seen my grandfather? Are you sad because you're not alone? Paul's got a ticket to ride, but he don't care. It doesn't matter much to me either. Oh, let it be already. I'm writing a song called My Sweet Chord. You never heard anything like it. Yeah, it's guaranteed to raise a smile. I've been set under the Extremishi Kajumashi on Ashigan 4. He caresses and possesses me. Go. Just do what he please. Very strange. Well, there's no one here to tell us what to do. Man, I had a dreadful flight. Class, you know it ain't easy. I think the Beatles are more popular than Class. Have you seen the cute bird just go by? I need somebody to love. You made me to go out and get her, Ringo. I think she has colitis. Yeah, it was something in the way she moved. Something in the way she moved. Ringo's not my real name, you know. Custom tried to bust me for the possession of Toka, but I was clean, man, clean. Every single thing they said was like a really long walk to a pun, over and over again. Either a pun or just an explicit reference where they just say the name of a Beatles song. There's so many of them, more than even I recognized. I think Stephanie might explode if she saw that dialogue. There are 130 tiles on the ceiling. I've counted them all. Twice. Ah. Something you would do when you're very bored. I wonder if she's right or not. not checking. Still, that's not a very high number to count to. 130, that's not the worst. The safari on Tantak X this year is going to be most excellent. Most excellent indeed. Ever picked up a gun, boy? It's exhilarating. An animal in your sights, the recoil of the weapon against your cheek, and the blood. Oh, the blood. It's an underwater expedition this year. Hunting in the ocean is a hazardous endeavor. A most excellent challenge indeed. Screens are all different colors. Does that have graffiti on it, or is it just some random pieces of red text in between? It's a cool looking statue. A ship with like its exhaust, I guess. Is that a fish? Did I see that or not? You can see a hole in the water right there. Only in really specific spots. I must have imagined the fish. Maybe it was my cursor. Yeah. My cursor underwater looks like a fish. If you're not like having a chance to look at it correctly. Please, sir, take a pamphlet. Stop Forsyte massacre of civilians on Genis. In an effort to return the tide of their 23-year-old war against the genocides, the Forsytes have launched a disproportionate air, land, and sea bombardment of the heavily populated cities on Genis. News reports indicate at least 12,000 genocide civilians have been killed, including mothers, children, and the elderly. We urge you to support our call for the immediate withdrawal of all Forsyte troops from northern Genis in accordance with the Pax Delanus resolution. Dropping bombs on civilians is terrorism. Help us. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. Would you like another pamphlet for a friend? It's also really unfortunate that the people that are getting genocided in this narrative basically have genocide in their name. The Genis. It's like, wow. Unfortunate foreshadowing from day one there. I'm flying to Genis to report on the Forsyte war against the genocides. The first 3 reporters never came back. I'm number 4. I don't expect I'm coming back, but someone's got to tell the story. That's Spends with a Z, by the way. Please remember me, because I'm going to die like tomorrow, unfortunately for me. Bethany. I've been waiting all my life to go to Matrix Zero. I can't wait to be someone other than me. Watch out for the woman in the red dress. Neither can I. What? Nothing. 2 hours from now and I'll be in Matrix Zero. I'm going to Matrix Zero for our honeymoon. Because who wants to be themselves on their honeymoon? Thanks. This trip to Matrix Zero is costing me half a year's salary. If it's not better than sex, I'll sue. They're going on their honeymoon and they're going to transform into other people. They're going to go in the Matrix. Like, you know, from the Matrix. The Matrix from the Matrix. Ooh, that door opens. Does this door open? Trying to be thorough here. Right, that's the door where they threatened to kill me. It came from that one. I go through the Meadles door. No. No, we've pretty much narrowed it down to the, yeah. Do they both open? Yes. Oh boy. Spoiled with choice. I think they both go to the same room. Yeah. Hey, friendo. Sly, what are you doing up here? I'm glad you got out of that hellhole. I'm a little uncomfortable with the thought of Detta being the biggest fish in Anachronox. I was going to tell you to skip town, but I knew you wouldn't listen. Me? I'm up here following Paxson that lead about a Tetra smuggler who blew into town with an unflawed specimen of Tetra. The thing is, he was leaving the Commons a while back, but hasn't shown up in the red light district to cut any black market deals. Given how hot unflawed Tetra is, everyone suspects the worst. I'm poking around here to make sure he isn't hiding out in some local safe house. My chief concern is that something happened to him in the row tubes on the way to the red light. If that's the case, his body might be decaying in some dark corner even as we speak. Unfortunately, PAX operating procedures require me to completely exhaust an area's possible clues before moving on. You want to partner up again and take a trip down the root tubes to see what's up? I mean, knowing you're probably passing through there anyway, huh? Make sure you snap a picture of anything suspicious. So snap a picture if I find someone in the root tube, like a corpse. I'd be much obliged if you took a trip down the root tubes and snapped a picture of anything suspicious. Hello, robot. Just like the one that worked for the enemy guy. Can't talk to that guy. He's the guy that I tricked into buying a ticket. Ticket window. Welcome to Sender Station. Ticketing. Shuttle tickets to all destinations cost 100 a person. Please choose your destination. Sunder 3rd. We are sorry. All Sunder shuttle tickets currently boarding at gate 5 are sold out. We can only go to South Anachronox or Sunder. We can't go like wandering off in crazy directions right now. There's just suddenly a clown, because of course there is. Well, get used to this place, I think. This place looks pretty big. I think it might be our new, pretty version of going around on Anachronox like before. Dude, this place really reminds me of the Citadel in certain ways. It's crazy. I thought she loved me, says Onion Face. Aw. Do you love me? Laz loves me. Klee loves me too. Who's Klaz? Is Klaz a deity? Or a prophet or something? Wow, the police look way worse here. Shit. But, the Meadle said that they think they're more popular than Klaz. I pray to Klaz you're a troublemaker. There's nothing prettier than a young punk with a fat lip. Damn. Just fucking make a move, punk. Let's do this. Hey, shady guy. Creepy face you got there. Go away, says goat knife. Alright. If you say so, goat knife. Looks like things are building up to this conference at the end of the week. So what's your line? Private investigator, huh? I had a cousin who was a gumshoe on the Dreyfus colony. Sounds like interesting work. Bet your business is hot and cold, huh? Ever think about working at home? Pulling in over $30,000 a year in addition to your regular income? Ask me how. Oh, he's one of those people. He's one of those people. Wow, do you know you can make a living wage working from home? Yes. As a matter of fact, I do, but not the way you mean. How? You may already know, Quartercom Industries has built from the ground up by people just like us, providing friends and family with affordable versions of all their favorite products. Pyramid scheme. Would you like additional information concerning the amazing benefits of Corticom Industries can offer? Yes, I would love to receive further information about how Corticom Industries can change my life. Great! An information packet detailing the road to your new life should reach you within a week. Oh god. I'm on their mailing list now. Ooh, you can go in here. I gotta be careful. There's so many interactions. Major Domo. This is the Sender Station Gold Deluxe Palladial Royal Penthouse Suites. We're known throughout the galaxy for the luxury and majesty of our suites. It's doubtful you can afford a room here. Our cheapest suite costs 3,196 loonies. Bye! Is that all of my money? Is it based on exactly how much money I have? Not gonna lie, don't actually know how to look at my money. This is the everybody screen. Why can't I just say my loonies like right here? Where is my money listed in this game? Oh, party cash, 3,195. I think that is what he said. Shit, yep. He wants to clear you the fuck out and take all of your money for a room. I'm gonna need context for that choice first, like some sort of incentive to do it. Otherwise, it's just like, hey, you want to delete all of your current money? Wow, what a coincidence. Me too. I would also like to have all of your money. I've got a ticket for the next brain train to Sunder. There's very important work there to be done. I just wish I could concentrate. My brother was married this weekend and it got me thinking. I have 3 Einstein Awards in cyberdimensional science. I extrapolated the formula for cybernetic superconduction. I've discovered 12 different circuit fusion particles and they're all named after me. But will I ever discover love? Wah, womp womp womp. Sometimes I wish I could stay here and never go back to Sunder. I'd love to have an adventure, or build a house, or fall in love. I'm just an old daydreamer, never mind me. Poor guy. He just wants to find love. How do I steal his tickets? Oh, Rose. What a sneaky tiny item. I wonder if it's important. I'm just like, if I could give him the rose, be like, I love you. You know what I'd really love is a ticket. Your kidneys? Yeah, can you believe it? They're not filtering out all the right stuff or something. I mean, this could be bad. Jeez, when did our bodies start falling apart like this? I know it's not a big deal, but I'm a little embarrassed about it. It's almost like I don't want anyone to know. I could see that, yeah. It's like, you know, my wife knows, and this nosy creep listening to our conversation knows. Soon it's gonna be all over the papers. Maybe you should stop drinking. It's my kidneys that are broke, dunce, not my liver. Yeah, there's no different conversation based on which one you click on. Poor guy's kidneys are going out. What's up with his face? Is this supposed to be a beard or like... I'm not sure what's happening with his jaw. Whereas this guy's a whole other thing, like... He's terrifying. He's got like a split open... it's like his face is peeling open. It'd almost be weirder, it'd almost be better if his head was like normal shaped, but it's like, I'm sorry, if his head was like just like some sort of alien head, but his head is human shaped, which makes it all the more distressing. Like they definitely used a human 3D model and put that texture over it. I can't help but think that's maybe a mistake, because it doesn't really look good. From the front, it's like, oh, look, he's interesting, it's freaky looking, but from this angle, you're like, what the fuck? I think it's just a shortcut. Like that's just the head they had, the head model they had on hand. But he probably should have like a smooth head. The texture only looks right from the front, but also it looks distressing and horrifying, and I never want to see it again. Never, ever, never. Oh. Oh, this game came out in 2001. Okay. Whoops. Just an awkward moment for everyone, really. La Contessa. Isn't that painting exquisite? I can't stop looking at it. The artist is a Barnardian named Drabu. Barnardians aren't the only talented artists on the planet. Have you ever seen a Thune in person? They're magnificent, docile creatures. It's a shame they're almost extinct, though that makes their artwork nearly priceless. Their Pytalan sand sculptures are extremely rare and incredibly hard to preserve intact. In fact, I hear one is scheduled to be put on the bidders block at tomorrow's auction. It should fetch a hefty bundle for the lucky seller. Hard to put a price on beauty, isn't it? But that's what I do. I'm an art dealer. My family has been in the business for 10 generations. We've amassed quite the collection. There are 3 factors you want to be conscious of when buying fine art. First, the technical skill of the artist. Has he mastered the medium? Some species are incapable of working in certain mediums. For example, only a Thune with the special secretion organs can create a Pytalan sand sculpture. The second factor is the condition of the piece. Imperfections and defects can drastically reduce the value of a piece. The third factor, which is never given its due consideration, is the strength of the message communicated by the artist. It makes the difference between the window dressing and an immortal classic. Oh god, here it goes again. Is that gonna come up? Maybe that was a weirdly long description. I kind of wonder if moments like that are like setting up the idea that maybe that's the trivia I need to answer when I get past the question guy. This guy's just fucking floating. Is that intended? Got spooky eyes. The Sender Station Gold Deluxe Palladio Royal Penthouse Suites are the ultimate in luxury. Why, the Queen of Tezzeret herself has stayed in this hotel. The suites are exquisite. The aroma of wild Cluvian bayberries, considered the most fragrant flora in the galaxy, is pumped into every room. There are mirrors on the ceiling and pink champagne on ice. Chef Brozak specializes in Berbulian cuisine, delicious to even the most discriminating palate, and prepared from the hotel's very own herb garden. It's our attention to the smallest detail that makes this the finest of establishments. Would you like a job application? I could probably use one, honestly. Dude's been having a rough time for the last probably 20 years. Can I break in? Be a nasty lockpicking boy. I don't think I can read that newspaper. No, I don't think I can read that. Gave it a good go. So I can't go up here probably till I spend all my money there, and I'd rather not, so let's not. Oh my god, what are you? His name's in binary. This guy is crazy if he thinks I'm gonna buck. I should stop wasting his time and talk. Time and walk, sorry. Walk. Walk. Buck. Buck. Walk. The fuck is happening? The fuck is buck, 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 buck. They're chicken people, obviously. He's gonna buck. I can feel it, says Fuentes. Come on, daddy. Give it up and Hancock. Don't say daddy and cock in the same sentence. Buck. He's gonna buck, I can feel it. He said buck, daddy, and cock in one sentence. That's just a lot. It's just a lot to take in. Add that sentence to the list. What? No salt. Is he a slug person? Harlan Moy. You talk about what? About buying tickets from a scalper. That's illegal, man. Well, yeah, I know a guy who might know who to talk to. He's a friend of mine, a cousin, practically. It'll all be discreet. Yeah, his name's Goat Knife. Nah, don't let the name scare you. He's a stand-up guy. Hangs out near the entrance to the center station in the shadows. Find Goat Knife near the center station entrance. That's all I know, man. Man. Whoa, why is there a weird abyss down here? What purpose does that serve? Just to make us feel like we're high up? That's a exhausting name. Center Station Gold Deluxe Palladial Royal Penthouse Suites. GDP? Gold Deluxe Palladial GDP. That's what they went with for the acronym. I guess so. That's the name. Royal Penthouse Suites is ignorable, and Center Station is. I mean, Deluxe Palladial. I don't know. That's pretty much. Yeah, I don't know. They just went with GDP, I guess. The agonizing thing about that name is that it doesn't really have a point of reference that's like the important central figure of the name that you latch onto. It's just noise and honorifics. Well, I don't scalp tickets myself, but there's a guy I know who might help you out. He's into clowns. Gotta find the clown guy now. Let's continue back the path I was starting on before I lose track of where I was. Oh god, there's an up and a down. I have to get 600 conference dinners catered. All I can find in that quantity is fish, but how about about a fourth of the delegates are fish? Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Trying to figure out how to get enough food. But half the delegates are themselves fish, so it's like offensive. Feed them fish. Or at least they won't love it. Yeah, Red Lady's just kind of all over the place up here. If you ask me, brother, I think the SET Commission has done a lousy job of organizing this year's trade conference. Frickin' freck. There's only 2 days left, and half the delegates haven't even arrived yet. To think that this is the same commission that governs all inter-center commerce. Absolutely chilling. It's disgraceful is what it is. Agreed, brother, but such is the way of things. Why is it that the most incompetent schleps are usually the ones in charge? I'm sick of it. As am I. Perhaps we should consider joining one of the subversive terrorist outfits intent on disbanding the commission. I hear the Anarchy Legion has a great dental plan. I like the way you think, brother, but say no more in front of this stranger. His silence makes me edgy. My lips are sealed. They knew I was here. Hello. Goodbye. I am getting a kick out of the people that are just actively antagonized by me just staring at them and eavesdropping on their conversations. It's like the exact opposite vibe of Mass Effect 3 Shepard, who eavesdrops on people, then goes to distant planets, solves their problems, brings back the reward or the fix, and then they're like, who are you? I never talked to you. Why did you did my quest? I had a quest? Who the fuck are you, man?